Republican strategists across the board are actually starting to sound the alarm bells over what will happen to the Republican Party if Donald Trump is not the 2024 nominee. Even though many of these strategists, those who have been working in the Republican Party for decades or more, they understand the damage Donald Trump does being at the top of the ticket, especially if he's convicted of any of the things he's been indicted for, and there's plenty to be convicted for. They understand, yeah, we're screwed if he's at the top of the ticket, but now they're also warning the opposite. They're saying not only are we screwed if he's at the top of the ticket, we're also very much screwed if he's not on the ticket at all. Because these strategists are now warning us, again, Republican strategists, they're saying if he's not the nominee, we got a good 25% of our party that is going to stay home in 2024, and then we lose everything. Because if 25% of our Republicans stay home, not only are we not getting the White House with whoever our nominee is, we're not taking back the Senate, and we're going to lose the House. So Republicans are stuck between that proverbial rock and a hard place. You know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like if Trump's the nominee, you lose. You drive higher Democratic turnout, you lose the House and the Senate. If he's not the nominee, then you lose, according to them, about 25% of your GOP voters. You lose the White House, the House, and the Senate. I mean, if you're a Democrat right now, you got to be looking at these numbers. You got to be looking at the fear in the Republican Party's eyes and thinking, you know what? We're looking pretty good. Let's just keep talking about these economic issues. The economy is, on the whole, getting better. I mean, obviously, you can drill down. You can find a lot of problems in the economy. But on paper, things look good, and that's all they seem to care about. So whatever, campaign on that. But Republicans are in trouble. And the funniest part about this whole thing is that Republicans are in trouble because they got themselves in trouble. This is 100% happening because the Republican Party didn't stand up after the events of January 6, 2021 and say, we're done. We're done with this guy. Republicans in the Senate specifically are the ones to blame. They held their little sham of a trial. They voted to protect him and not convict him of the second impeachment for January 6th. And by doing so, allowed him to live to fight another day to keep tanking their party. And ever since they did that, he has done nothing but drag that party down. And he's going to continue to do that because Republicans allowed him to. Even if they didn't want to convict him, and still voted against it and didn't convict him in that second impeachment, they still could have walked away from him. But they didn't. They kept consulting with him. They were having meetings with him. And you know why, right? Because they were terrified he was going to launch a third-party bid for the presidency in 2024. And if that would have happened, it would do the same thing that this fear of low voter turnout would have done. It would have splintered the Republican vote. You would have lost the presidency, but you probably could have kept the House, and you may even have taken back the Senate. You lost the long game because you couldn't see past that first office, the presidency. And because of that, in 2024, based on your own estimations, no matter what happens, you're still going to lose it all anyway. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.